day, fam. So we are back again. And today we are inside my C5 because we are going to be going over your driver's instrument cluster and how to use it and its features. So right here is your cluster for your Corvette. So as you see, you have some buttons on your left side and you have some buttons on your right side, but today's video is going to be mainly focusing on the right side button. So just to familiarize yourself with these buttons right here, you have your fuel, you have your gauges, you have your trip button, you have your options button, you have your E/M button, and you have your reset button. So first thing we are going to do, we're going to put our key in the on position, but we are not going to start the car. So we're going to start with the fuel button. So if you click the fuel button, it will show your average MPG, your instant mile per gallon, which only works if you are actually moving, and your range until empty. If you click it again, it will go back to a blank screen if you do not want to see any parameters at all. So just keep in mind with this, so you can display any parameter you want at all times. So when you're going through these different gauges and stuff, so just remember, between your fuel button, your gauges button, and your trip button, you can display plenty of different things. So just keep that in mind. But moving on to your gauges button, if you click that, it will show your oil pressure, your oil temperature, your coolant temperature, your battery voltage, and that's all. So if you want to see this, but you want to see this in Celsius, you would have to hit your E/M button. So when I hit that button, you can see it changed to 39 Celsius, and then also my kilometers per hour illuminated. So I'm gonna hit that EM button and just focus on right here. You'll see it switch to miles per hour. Hit it again, kmh. So hitting your EM button, it will make everything change to metric. So if you are already driving and you have it in miles per hour and you're doing 80 miles per hour, if you hit that EM button and it changed to kilometers, your speedo will automatically shoot to 130 kilometers per hour, which is roughly 80 miles per hour. So just something to keep in mind, that you can change these for you people that live in places like Canada, Europe, etc., where y'all use a metric system. So moving on to our trip button. So if you hit the trip button, it will show your odometer reading. If you hit the EM button, also it'll change it to kilometers also. But if you hit the trip button again, you have trip A, you have trip B, you have your elapsed time. This is a track timer. You have your average speed right here, and you have your oil life remaining. Okay, so this is the important part right here. If you do an oil change, you want to reset your oil life remaining. So the way you reset that is just by holding that reset button right there until it resets. I'm not going to reset mine because I just did an oil change, so I don't need another one right now. But if you do an oil change, or if you just did an oil change and you forgot to reset it, make sure you do, because it does not reset on its own. But yeah, that's it for the trip button. So now we're going to move to options. So as you see, I click on options, and our first one that pops up is Twilight on. But being that mine is a Canadian a C5, I'm not able to turn that one off, unfortunately. God knows, I really wish I could, because it's annoying, because it makes the lights go on by themselves. So your delay time, you can adjust that with your 1 and 2 right there. Hit options again, you have your lock and arm. So when you hit your key fob to lock and arm, and what is said there is what it will do. So for example, if I hit my key fob, it would do the horn and lights. The only thing though, if you don't work quick enough, then it will just go back to a normal screen. So if I hit reset, I can turn lock and arm off. I can use the horn only. So if I hit it right now, it should just do its horn, and then I can hit that again, lights only, but I like the horn and lights. So we're gonna hit options again. So next is our alarm. We got horn and lights for our alarm. We got just horn or horn and lights. Okay, cool. Next one is approach lights. I have those on. Auto lock, I have that off. Seat easy entry. So what that does is when you open the door, your seat will slide back, and so it's easy for you to get in. I have that off. And you can change your language by pressing the reset button. So right now mine is in English, but French is an option, German is an option, and Spanish is an option also, but we're gonna rock with English. So that is it for your options. Another thing is, which I found this out later on, but if you turn off your traction control, or if you are in competitive driving, for example, but you don't want it to say traction control off right here, right? All you need to do is hit the reset button once or twice, and it'll just go back to whatever you had there to begin before you turned off your traction control. So moving on to the next step, we are going to move on to our onboard diagnostics. So the way the option is, you press the options button and you hit your fuel button 4 times in a row, and then it will bring you to your onboard diagnostic. And if you just leave it be, it will just go through and display whatever codes are there. But if you want to go through manual mode, you have to go to fuel. So if you click fuel, now you're in manual mode. So PCM, I have no codes. If I wanted to go to the next one, I would click options, and then I can keep going. So right now we're at the BCM, but if I wanted to go back, I would hit the trip button. And if I wanted to go back again, I would hit the trip button again. So just options, 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 options. So if you do have a code, like for example, if I had a code here and I wanted to clear that code, what I would do is go to the reset button and just hold that until I hear the beep, and that's how I know it has reset itself. So that's a really cool feature right there, especially with troubleshooting, and it helps you a lot. If you do have codes and you want to know what they mean, all you have to do is just put those codes into Google, and then it will let you know what those codes mean. So to exit out of this, we're gonna hit the EM button, and that takes us out of it there. So that covers this whole right bank right here. Moving on to this left bank, so this is for your heads-up display if your Corvette is equipped with that. I'm not going to be actually showing the heads-up display because it's a little bit too much sunshine outside right now, but I'll just give you a rundown of what these do. So starting off with the page button, if you click the page, it will change up the orientation of your heads-up display and the information that it shows. This is just a brightness gauge right here, so if you want it brighter, put it up. If you want it dimmer, put it down. And this display button, all that does is brings your heads-up display view up or down to your liking. This button right here, if you press on it, so if you want to brighten up your gauge cluster and all this right here, it brightens up at the same time, then you want to turn it all the way to the right. But if you want to dim it down a little bit, you put it to the left. I like mine to the left, so that's where we will keep it. Obviously on our stocks here, we have our cruise control. If you want your cruise control to be on, all you need to do is put this on right here. Once you get to the speed that you like, you're going to hit the set button right here, and then the vehicle will maintain the speed that you had it at. But if you come into traffic and you have to slow down and hit the brakes, so you can slow down, but if you want to go back to your speed that you had selected, all you need to do is hit that RA right there. So just do like that, and then the car will go back to the speed you had it set at. Obviously right here, this is your wiper speed, and your window, and your windshield wiper cleaner right here by pressing that button, as you can hear. Oh. Okay, cool, thanks, appreciate that. But yeah, so that is the rundown of the driver's instrument cluster and pretty much everything that is in that region. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you found it informative. If you did, please do like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask. You can comment below, or you can hit me up on Instagram or Facebook. But take it easy. I'm out.